are jingling in my hands. My high heels are clicking towards your door. Is this one thing that got me tripping? Is this one? Have you ever heard of the expression, you cut off your nose to spite your own face? And it basically means like you trying to get at somebody else, but you really just negatively impacted yourself. You're in the hospital and you need medical attention. And you think the wisest thing for you to do for your own good is to deny medical help from a black person. Like this is the thing. Let's pretend that she wasn't the only doctor in the hospital. Let's pretend there was a white doctor who picked up the patient. Okay, either way, I mean, what did you do to me? You ain't do nothing for me. Now I got less patients to see. I'm a little less stressed out, got a little less work to do, and guess what? I'm getting paid the same amount. You know what I'm saying? So you really just benefited me, right? But then also in this case, she's the only doctor in the hospital. So it's like, I mean, what are you doing? You're denying medical attention that you need to prove whatever point you think, like you think you spiting me, but really you the only person that is being negatively impacted by this. Like, but y'all, I'm sorry, white people be trying so hard to prove a point, and I'm going to get exactly into what I mean about that, because in the caption of her video, she said, you know, this person chose to leave the hospital against medical advice, yada, 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 but guess what? They came right back. And this goes back to my point that white people just be trying to prove a point. They don't really believe that black people are dumber than them or inferior or whatever. They just trying to prove a point to themselves. What was the point of this? Like, you denied medical care. You even went so far as to leave the hospital. Like she said in the caption, you know, the staff told the person, hey, you know, our medical advice is that you stay and you be treated or whatever. This person said, no, I'm gonna go. And then they came right back. Like, what was the point of this whole show? You might as well have just sat down and shut up and got the medical attention to begin with. But no, you put on this whole big display and you don't even stand on business. Because if you did, the least you would do is not come back. The least you would do is not come back. You would say, hey, I don't want to be treated by a black doctor for whatever reason. Maybe I think black people aren't smart enough to be doctors, or I think y'all are dirty. I don't want you to touch me. Whatever the reason for you not wanting a black doctor is, you could have at least stood on business. You could have at least left that hospital and not went back. The fact that you left and immediately came back proves you don't even believe the dumb shit that you be talking. You just talking. But the question is why? The question is why, and I know exactly why. You want to know what I've noticed? Very rarely do these racist white people actually really believe what they talking about. Very rarely. Like, once in a blue moon, you'll come across a case like this where a white person is like, oh, like, I don't want a blood transfusion if it comes from a black person or something like that. And they really stand on it. They die behind it, right? Because it's like, well, we only got black blood in here, buddy. And they stand on it and they die, okay? Very rarely do you come across a white person who's really about it. 99% of the time, they're going to fold. 99% of the time. So they talk a bunch of crap about, oh, I don't want a black doctor for whatever reason. I don't want a black transfusion donor, yada, 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 whatever, right? But 99% of the time, when push comes to shove, they're going to be like, okay, I'll take the blood from whoever. Okay, I'll take a black doctor. When push really comes to shove, because they know that dumb shit that they be talking is just that, a dumb ass load of shit. The question then becomes, why are y'all doing this? What's the point of even talking all this crap if you don't even believe it? Because when push comes to shove, 99% of the time, y'all are going to take that black doctor. Y'all are going to take that black blood transfusion. Y'all are going to take whatever, right? So what's the point of even talking all this crap? I really think it comes from white people's inferiority complex. For whatever reason, they don't feel too hot about themselves. The only way for them to feel better is to constantly talk shit about black people, even though they don't even believe it. Because this is my thing. You sit there talking shit all day, every day, but then you imitate everything we do. Like every genre of music in America came from black Americans. Even all the country and the house music, the stuff that is stereotypically associated with being white music, still came from us, right? So it's like, clearly you see the beauty in the things that we do if you go so far as to imitate it and attempt to make it your own, right? So why talk crap about it? Like, whenever we come up with something new, they talking crap about how it's so ghetto, it's so, like, they wearing bonnets now, y'all. When they used to be calling us ratchet, ghetto, so they got bonnets on now, right? So it's like, what's the point of you, like, constantly putting down everything that we do just for you to turn around and do it yourself, right? It's because they actually see how beautiful we are, how wonderful we are, and they mad about it because it makes them look in the mirror and be like, well, what am I?